To Queensland now, where the state government is planning to make Brisbane's historic cricket ground, the Gabba, the showcase stadium if the state wins the hosting rights to both the 2032 Olympic and Paralympic Games. Let's bring in Queensland's Premier Annastacia Palaszczuk from the Gabba now. Premier, good morning. Big news for Queensland.
Oh, good morning, Michael. This is fantastic news. We've been keeping this under wraps for a few weeks now. We had the big unveil to the Cabinet yesterday, and then today, of course, the public get to see it. And of course, we are really proud, and this is a really exciting opportunity. So the opening and closing ceremonies would be here. The Gabba would be completely rebuilt. It would be lifted, so there would be actually a pedestrian plaza over Main Street, so no more concerns about families, walking up and down the streets with traffic. It's linking into our Cross River Rail, which is going to be Queensland and Brisbane's brand new underground. This is exciting news. 50,000 seats. There won't be a bad seat in the Gabba, and a showcase for the nation, a showcase for Brisbane 2032 Queensland Olympics. It's going to be a game changer. I'm very excited.
What do you need to do?
As you can tell.
Yes, yeah, clearly. What do you need to do to change the stadium? What modifications will you need to do to bring it up to Olympic standard?
Well, it actually gets completely rebuilt and raised up, and it is going to be sensational. So we've had some of the best Olympic architects in the world, populists, that have done this design, and it is phenomenal. It is so exciting. Yesterday, Cabinet could not believe what they were seeing. They ticked it off, they endorsed it, and today we're making sure that the rest of the nation gets to see it. And there will not be a bad seat in this House at all.
Before we go, and speaking of cabinets, let's talk about National Cabinet yesterday. And your New South Wales counterpart, Gabba is getting very frustrated about the vaccine rollout delays, lack of communication from the federal government pertaining to the rollout. Do you share her concerns?
Look, I think there's been a big reset made by Scott Morrison and the federal government. I have always said, and even the New South Wales Premier and I agree on this, that the issues are with the supply, so we need that guarantee of supply coming in. So I think the reset is timely, but also too we need confidence in the vaccine rollout. And I think our priority remains to get our most vulnerable vaccinated as quickly as possible. So that's in that 70 and over age group and people who have some underlying health conditions. I think that's really important. And of course, I think, we're a bit isolated here in Australia, but when we look about what's happening in the rest of the world, it's not good news at all, with the pandemic raging and in some countries even getting worse with third and fourth waves and mutant variations as well. So, hopefully by 2032, it's going to be back to normal. One would hope.
Gee, hopefully. Hey, thanks for joining us, Premier. Listen, Queensland's pretty much got the Olympics in the bag, haven't you, in 2032?
Well, it's the targeted dialogue, and we're the only ones that the IOC is talking to. So fingers crossed. These are the final thing we need are the guarantees from the federal government. So I've written to the Prime Minister about that. I'll have more to say about that later on.
You know what they say, don't mess it up from here. Queensland Premier Annastacia Palaszczuk.
We're in the box seat.
You are, so to speak. Thanks for joining us from the Gabba this morning.
Thank you.